Be grateful. A surprising trait of successful people is that they don't tend to look back. They rarely hold regrets over things that haven't worked out in the past and are thankful for their present situation. Gratitude is something many of us forget to practice without realizing just how much we have. Part of being grateful is that it motivates you for the future, and motivation is definitely a trait we can recognize in successful people. Start valuing. Value, or worth, is something many of us are guilty of defining by money. But a lot of money doesn't mean something has value. Many new cars today cost a fortune, but within a year, the price has dropped significantly, even if the car hasn't gone anywhere. On the other hand, an old or vintage car that may be decades older in the same condition may cost more. Both are cars, and both have the same monetary value. However, to the person whose father has recently died and who spent hours restoring the vintage car, that one has much greater value because of the memories associated with it. When we value experience and learning higher than money, we are more likely to be happy and successful. The reason for this is that the drive for money can be lonely, shallow, meaning that it's much harder to stay on that path. By valuing the human elements whenever we are working on a task, we are much more likely to feel satisfied and complete when it's finished, even if the outcome is not what we planned. The next time you are dealing with a person who is struggling, try ceasing as a whole rather than a deadline. If that person is struggling, ask if there is a reason and whether you can help. Helping others has its own set of feelings too. Task will more likely to be completed on time. That person will be better able to move on, and you will have what you need to finish a task and less stress connected to it. Start inspiring. Part of being successful means being a leader. When you are a leader, you are a person people look up to and follow. A leader shows by example what should be done, but also inspires others and motivates them to do the same. Motivation, much like gratitude, is perfection. Getting inspiration can happen from anywhere. The most common roadblock to inspiration is clutter, both mental and physical. Start by doing a little cleaning. Clutter is distracting and often having clean out will leave you mentally refreshed and energized, both of which are important if you want to keep growing emotionally. You can also get motivated. By working on your own motivation, you will become an inspiration for others and help give yourself the tools to become successful. A motivational mindset is one where you drive yourself and create your own motivation. A great way of doing this is to make a board with your goals. Create a diagram that shows your goal and start putting in what you need to do to get there and what obstacles you may face. Then list how you will get around those to reach your goals. Doing this means you are already moving forward on the journey to success, and it's also a great motivational tool because the journey stops being so scary. By having your journey planned out, you can look at the diagram anytime your motivation starts to flag or you reach an obstacle that saps your motivation. Keep trying. Anytime you find your struggling successful mindset, people keep going. This cannot be said enough, but resilience in the face of problems is important to success. Often failure causes us to look backwards and to get us stuck. We stop being grateful for how far we have come and we stop working towards the future. If you have reached a state that you feel like you are not progressing towards being successful, then make a list of things you are grateful for and that have helped you so far. You will feel much more accomplished and and more likely to keep going. Being grateful will make you more successfully minded because it also makes you more humble. Success stops being the only acceptable outcome because you begin to value the journey and experience more than the success itself. And when you practice gratitude, a good way of getting into the habit of it is to use a gratitude journal. Each day, write down at least one thing that you are grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can even be something like your favorite song on the radio with the sun shining. The important thing is that you were alive and able to experience it.